Changing in the political landscape, local political landscape this month. WPRI.com reporter Ted Nesi joining us this morning to stop by to discuss a smorgasbord of topics. So some new developments in the race for governor in the state, of course, with Lincoln Chafee making that announcement that he is not going to seek re-election. And it just begins there, right? So a lot of balls in the air right now.
Yeah, it's kicked off right after Labor Day. You know, this is when people start to really think seriously about their campaigns, Pat. And Governor Chafee saying he's dropping out. That leaves two Democrats who are really top-tier candidates. Those would be Providence Mayor Angel Taveras and General Treasurer Gina Raimondo. And Treasurer Raimondo, of course, has a big financial advantage. Right. She has $2 million. Mayor Taveras, you see there, he only has about $700,000. But the mayor's campaign just released a poll last week showing him with a 19-point lead over Raimondo in a Democratic primary. Now, of course, he paid for the poll, which isn't to say I think they're lying,
they
but
didn't cook the books,
they might have.
right.
Yeah. So we'll have to see as we get independent polling. Of course, we'll do our eyewitness news polls and see how's that going. And then on the other side of the race with the Republicans, Cranston Mayor Alan Fung formed an exploratory committee with former Governor Kachiri, former Governor Almond, and many other Republican bigwigs behind him. So it looks like he's locking up Republican support for the race.
So no one's really, other than Ken Block, has officially announced that they're running, but it's, I mean, you know, the game has begun and the processes are in place here. You know, when do they actually have to announce as far as wanting to get ahead? Like, you want to be the first to
So
announce.
I get this a lot from people. They say, you know, I'm a political reporter. They say, Ted, you're thinking about this way too early. It's a year away till the primary. It's next September. But I always say this is the time of the invisible primary.
Okay.
This is when the things that are happening, they're not happening in front of us, but you have people, they're raising money, they're polling to test their messages, they're raising more money, they're locking up endorsements and supporters. So these candidates, they may not be publicly saying they're running, but they are working hard, and their teams are, to lay the groundwork behind the scenes to run and have a good campaign next year. All
right, so whoever the governor is when that election takes place, they're going to have a lot of work to do because there hasn't been some great news lately anyway as far as the state of things in the state of Rhode Island. Talk about some of those.
So the unemployment rate, most of all, last week it's back up to 9.1%, and that's very, very high in any period. But of course, Rhode Island's been in economic trouble since 2007. So we got these new numbers looking like a setback for the state's economy. You know, one thing that is really striking is Massachusetts, right next door to Rhode Island, has gained back all the jobs they lost during the recession and added more. Rhode Island lost about 40,000 jobs and has only gotten back about 10,000. So a huge jobs gap in Rhode Island, and it's just not happening quickly to fill that void for people. A lot of people still out of work.
And finally, go back to politics now. Congressional races, anything cooking there, or is it pretty quiet right now?
Not much, actually. You know, the big ticket race there is U.S. Senator Jack Reed is up for re-election. Jack Reed, he has well over $2 million, very good poll numbers. In fact, a New York Times statistical analysis said Jack Reed has a 99% chance of winning re-election.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. We take those odds. So no one coming forward to Jack Reed, and so far no Republicans loudly coming forward to challenge David Cicilline or Jim Langevin in the congressional races. So, but as you said, there's still a lot of time. We'll find out if anyone shakes out there to challenge them.
Still 14 months away. Ted, already very busy. Imagine what it's going to be like over the next year and a half. Thanks so much, Ted, for coming in.
Pat.
More coverage you can count on. Up next on Eyewitness News this